Good morning, boys and girls. Today we're going to go ahead and go over the answers for the Tuesday word problem of the day. What I'd like you to do is take your word problem of the day that you did from yesterday, which was Tuesday, and I want you to go ahead and check with me and see if you've got the same things that I'm looking for. Answer sentence, model, expression, and also how you solved it. Some of the things may be a little different, but that's okay. I just want to make sure you have the basics that are on here. First of all, we also want to read our word problem, so I'm going to read that right now. Danielle drank 58 and 2/9 ounces of water on Monday, 64 and 1/3 ounces on Tuesday, and 49 and 4/9 ounces on Friday. How much more water did she drink on Monday and Tuesday than on Friday? So the first thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and work on an answer sentence. And I'm going to go ahead and my answer sentence will definitely have the word Danielle in it. So I want to make sure that Danielle, you can also use she. Either one should be in there. So let's use Danielle, and I'm going to zoom in just a little more on this so you can see. Danielle drank blank more, and I want to put ounces. Make sure your answer sentence says ounces of water on Monday and Tuesday than on Friday. I really think it's important to have the word drank, Danielle or she, ounces of water on Monday and Tuesday than on Friday. Those should pretty much be all in your answer sentence. The next thing we're going to do is after we do our answer sentence, we're going to work on our model. And it is really important to show a model. Feist is here to check to make sure, and he will be most displeased if you do not have a model. So make sure you do. All right, let's go ahead and work on our model. We know that it's about Danielle. So we'll call this one Danielle's water. You can also call it water ounces. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make 3 unit bars here to show each one of the ounces of each one of the days she drank water. So I'm going to make a starting line. And then what I'll do is I'll start with the, let's see, it looks like I'm going to make a unit bar. Well, I think what I'll do is I'll just read through it and then I'll make the unit bars based on that. So let's go ahead and start. I'll stop when I get to a comma, question mark, period, or the word and. I'm not going to clap because it kind of is loud on the screen here, but you'll know when I stop by putting a mark wherever I need to stop. Danielle drank 58 and 2/9 ounces of water on Monday. I'm going to stop at that comma, and I'm going to go back and look. How much did she drink on Monday? Yep, 58 and 2/9 ounces of water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put here Monday ounces, because that's the unit of measurement. And I'm going to draw a unit bar here. Now, I'm looking at the numbers here, 58, 64, and 49. Not looking at the fractions right now, but just the whole number. And it looks like 58 is the third or the second biggest. So I'm going to make that one. I'm going to go out here, knowing that this is probably not going to, it's going to be the middle size unit bar, not the longest, not the shortest, the middle. And I'm going to put here that it is 58 and 2/9 ounces is total. Now I already went ahead and did Monday. I used Danielle. I used the ounces of water. So I'm going to cross out that sentence. I'm done with it. You might be able to do this on your PDF reader at home. I'm not really sure. If you have Foxit, you can. I'm not sure about what other ones have. But if not, just kind of cross that in your mind, knowing that you're done with it. Now there's still some more words, so I'm going to read until I get to the comma or any periods. 64 1/3 ounces on Tuesday. So I'm going to stop at the comma right there. And then I'm going to go back and look. It looks like 64 is the biggest amount that she drank. So I'm going to make that the longest unit bar. I'm going to go ahead and put Tuesday ounces. And I'm going to make another unit bar that's going to go out further than 58. probably about there is pretty good. And I'll make sure that I do it nice and neat. Now what I'm going to do now is I'll put that 64 and 1/3 ounces at the very end because that's the total amount of Tuesday ounces. Since I used that 64 and 1/3 ounces and I used the Tuesday, I cross it out because I'm done. Now I see the word and I'm going to keep on reading until I get to a period. And 49 and 4/9 ounces on Friday. Well, it looks like 49 is the smallest amount, so I'm going to make my Friday unit bar shorter than the other two. I think what I'll do is I'll put here Friday ounces, and I'll make my unit bar a little bit shorter than 58, maybe about there, to show that it's the shortest unit bar. Taking my time to write it nice and neat. I'm going to do 49 and 4/9 right here for the total amount of Friday ounces. So I'm going to cross that out because I'm done with it. Now I've still got some more words, so yes, I'm going to read them. How much more water did she drink on Monday? I'll stop right there because see the word and. It looks like there's going to be a little bit more to this, so I'm going to see the rest. How much more water did she drink on Monday and Tuesday than on Friday? And there's a question mark at the very end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see how I'm going to put this question mark in. Let's check your model, see how you did it. This is what I did. What I did for me is it looks like it wants to know the total amount first of Monday and Tuesday. So total, and I'm just going to put M and T for Monday and Tuesday. Total M and T for Monday and Tuesday. And then it wants to compare that to Friday. So what I might do here is draw a little line right there. And this is the part that I want to know. I'm going to kind of highlight it a little bit. All the parts that are more than 49 4/9, how much more, and I guess actually it's everything here, it's all of this. How much is this more than this? So our question mark really is kind of tricky to show on this unit bar right here as I think about it. But what we want to do is we want to say question mark equals how much more than Friday. So really our question mark is a total Monday and Tuesday and how much more than Friday is, and I'll just put here Monday and Tuesday. I would like to know if you came up with a different way to show this because there's definitely different ways that you could show this on a model. So if you have something different you'd like to share with me, go ahead and take a picture of it and send it to me and say, hey, Mr. Yates, this is what I did for my model. I'd love to see what you did and maybe you have a better way of doing it. Well, now that I've got all this information here with my model, I'm going to cross out this because I put in a question mark. I'm done with the word problem. Now it's time for me to solve it by first bringing up an expression. The expression that I'm going to be using is I'm going to look at my model and I think what I'll need to do is I'll total up my Monday and Tuesday first. So I'll put 58 and 2/9 plus 64 and 1/3, and I'll put that in parentheses because that's what I want to do first. What I want to do is total that up, and then I want to take away the 49 and 4/9 because that'll show me how much more Monday and Tuesday are together than Friday. So I'm going to put here, after I put my parentheses, I'm going to put a subtraction sign because I'm going to take away the 49 and 4/9 for Friday, and that's going to equal our question mark. Now to solve that, I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to go into my solving section, and I'm going to go ahead and go vertical. I'm going to take my 58 and 2/9. I'm going to add my 64 and 1/3 first. And it looks like I do not have denominators the same, so I'm going to go ahead here and just change this bottom fraction, 1/3, into a fraction that has a denominator of 9. And that'll make life a lot easier for adding. So I'm going to go ahead and make this 64 and 3/9, and this will still say it's 58 and 2/9. So I'm going to go ahead and add those together. And I'll zoom a little bit so you can see. I'll get 2 plus 3 is 5, so it'll become 5/9. 8 plus 4 is 12. Carry it, 122, and 5/9 total ounces. But I'm not done yet. The next thing I've got to do is I've got to go ahead and subtract that 49 and 4/9 from Friday. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to go ahead and subtract 49 and 4/9. Now this I can do because the denominators are the same. So subtraction is pretty easy. 5 minus 4 is 1. That becomes 1/9. And then it's just regular subtraction. Just do a little borrowing. 12 minus 9 is 3. This becomes 11 minus 4, so I'll carry the 1 here. 11 minus 4 is 7. And I end up with 73 and 1/9 ounces. So I'm going to get my answer sentence, and I hope you're doing the same thing, making sure that your answer sentence actually has Danielle drank 73 and 1/9 ounces. If you got that, you got the same thing Mr. Yates does. I want you to double check before we go, just to make sure that you have all these parts on there. Make sure you have your answer sentence. Make sure you have a model, right? Feisty Pets check-in to make sure you have a model. Then make sure you have your expression, and also make sure you have your work and solve it. I'd like you to keep this because you may need to use this similar model and expression again for another word problem of the day. If you have any questions about how the word problem works, just email me or Ms. Garcia. Thanks, boys and girls.